Okay guys, so let's have a look at the slash lick. We're going to be doing it in A. So we're going to be using the A minor pentatonic. I'm sure you guys all know that one. I call that the first position. I know other guys have got a different sort of position name for it. And then we're going to be using the fifth position, just one back. So the lick comes out of the minor pentatonic scale, right? And we're starting in this position just behind the first position. So we're starting in the fifth position. We're starting off of that G note. So even though we're in A, we're starting off the G note, and that's what we call the flat 7. We're going to be going through the 7, doing a little chromatic movement and landing on the root. So I'm just using my pick to do that, and we're just going. Right, so we're going through, we're starting on the flat 7, going to the 7, and then we're landing on the root note, the A note. From there, we're going to target this note, the C note, and that's going to be on the 3rd fret. Now that note there is the flat 3rd. So what we're doing is we're going from the flat 7 to the root, and then we're targeting the flat 3rd. What I like to do with that one is pick the flat 3rd with the middle finger. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to come back. So we're going to come back to the root note there, and then we're going to use the middle finger and we're going to play the 4th just below it, and go back up to the root. So we got this. Okay, so what we've done, just to recap there, we've gone from the flat 7 through to the 7, and then we've landed on the root. Then we've targeted the flat 3, the C note, and we used our middle finger. So it's kind of got like a chicken pick thing going to it. We've come back and we've landed on the A note, the root. Then we've played the 4th just below it, and then we come back to the root note. And then to finish that lick, what we're going to do is we're going to target again the flat 3rd there, and we're going to pass through the 4th on the very next fret, and then we're going to resolve to the root there on the ring finger. So we're doing this. Okay, so once we've got that whole lick going, we're going to take that and we're going to shift it into the higher octave. So those are the exact same notes. You've just basically shifted it up to the higher octave. So what we got going on there is we got the flat 7, 7, and the root, right? Then we target that flat 3 again. Use the middle finger. We come back to the root, hit the 4th, then we hit the root again. So it gives that very country sort of sound. Then we're going to again go from the flat 3rd to the 3rd, and we're going to land on the root. So the licks are identical, it's just the ones in the deeper octave and the other ones in the higher octave. So let's have a listen to that. Yeah, so all we want to do is work on it in both octaves. Okay guys, so let's just quickly recap on that. So we've got this lick in the deeper octave and the higher octave. Remember, starting off of here, it's starting off of that flat 7. And then all we're doing is we're just moving it down into the higher octave. Which is really nice. But now what we need to do is we need to create a little segue in between. And it sounds like this. Just to kind of get the two licks connected. Okay. Now, in order to do that, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be targeting the flat third here, which is on the 3rd fret. It's the C note. We're going to be using the ring finger, and all we're going to do is we're going to hit this 4th note here in the minor pentatonic, and we're going to slide to the 5th. Hear that sound? It's cool. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use the middle finger, and we're going to target the flat 7. That's on the D string, and that is on the 5th fret, right? Just there. So when we put it together, it sounds like... Okay, so this is just a little segue part we're doing. We're going to come back with the ring finger, and we're going to land here on the 5th. And then we're going to play the root. All we're doing there is we're going 5th, root, 5th. Okay, so it sounds like this. And that's our segue. That's our linking part. Okay, so now if we link all of that together, the deeper octave and the higher octave with a little segue in between, it sounds like this. One more time. And yeah, that just helps us to connect the lick together. Okay, so that whole thing we're calling lick 1. Okay, so the heavier octave and the higher octave and then a segue. Once we combine that all together, we get lick 1. Okay, so yeah, let's look at lick 2. In the comments section below, let me know if you want to know a little bit more about the techniques and the thinking behind Slash's guitar playing. Okay guys, so let's have a look at the second half of this lick. It's a cool little slashy sound, and basically what it's doing is it's starting on the root here on the A, and it sounds like this. Okay, so what's happening here is we're starting on this root here on the A, right? And then we're going to the pointer finger immediately here on the G string, which is the flat 3rd. So we're targeting that flat 3rd. And then we're using the middle finger to hammer onto the 3rd. So let's have a listen. Okay, and then we're resolving back to that root note. Okay, so that's the first little bit. The second little bit, again, we're going to start on the flat 3rd. And we're going to be moving through that 3rd again. And then we're going to be targeting the 5th here on the B string. And we're going to picking up on the A note at the very bottom on the thin E. So you have that. Okay, so from the beginning you have this. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to target, we're just going to add one more note at the end, we're going to target the flat 7. So it sounds like this. Okay, so we just targeted that flat 7. You can also target the 6th or the 13 one back, so like this. Okay, so that's that little bit there. Let's just recap it again. So we're starting there on the A. We're going to the flat 3rd. We're passing through the 3rd and back to the root. And then on this part, we're starting on the flat 3rd, going to the 3rd, landing on the 5th, and we're picking that A note up on the bottom E. And then we're either targeting the flat 7 there, or we're targeting the 6th. Okay, so that's the second part of the lick, and then what we're going to do is we're going to combine that with lick 1. So let's see what that sounds like. Okay guys, so let's combine these two licks together. And one more time. And one more time. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please check out the next one. Also, if you can subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time I put out a guitar video. Also, check me out on Instagram and TikTok. And thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next guitar video. Peace.